Hey, it's Whitney from EcoVeganGal.com. I wanted to take a moment here and remind you all, or let you know for the first time, for some of you, that you matter and you have power. Seems like really basic, obvious things, but it's not the case for everybody. And here's why. One of my ideas about why people don't take action to do better things for their health, do better things for the environment, take better care of animals, treat other people more kindly, is that they themselves don't feel like they matter. They don't feel like their actions matter. They don't feel like the things that they want matter. And this ends up turning into almost like a domino effect, and every aspect of our life is affected by whether or not we believe that we matter. If we don't believe that we matter as individuals, why would we think that anything else matters, that any other person matters, that an animal matters, that the planet matters? If our lives are not filled with purpose, why wouldn't we just throw it away? So many people live their lives without giving much thought to what they're doing. They live, and this is a big generalization, but I find that a lot of people live in a very automatic way, that they're just going with the flow, that they're just comfortable living a life based on what the majority of people do. And it is really unfortunate that the majority of people in America, let's say, are not necessarily doing the best that they could do for themselves. And so it becomes this kind of, as I mentioned, domino effect where our parents, if they're not big motivated, if they're not living their best lives that they could possibly live, taking the best care of their bodies and the planets, not doing careers that they love, well, what are we going to learn as children? We're probably going to aspire to be very similar to them. Some of us may find inspiration from other people in our lives as we grow up, and they might inspire us to do big things and dream big, think big, act big all the time. They might teach us that we matter. And this is incredibly fortunate for those of us who don't have those role models as parents or family members. I want to make a difference right now. We can make that shift right now, starting with each and every one of you that's watching. We can change that domino effect into something much more positive. We can choose to inspire everybody around us just by starting with one person, which is ourselves, and then the second person who's closest to us, and on and on and on. But we have to recognize that we matter as individuals, and we have to recognize that we have the power to do whatever we want with our lives, to make any decisions we want. We have the power to control ourselves. We have the power to change. And we also have the power to think outside of the box. I think it's also very important to recognize something. When I talk about power, power is something that we have to really understand on a basic level, is that with power comes responsibility. And it may be the case that a lot of people don't want to do big things with their lives because they're afraid of that responsibility. They don't know what to do with that responsibility. But responsibility in this sense, to me, is very simple. It's about finding a balance between what you want and what you do and how that affects you, as well as how what you do and what you think and how you act and all of that affects other people and any other living creature, whether it's a person, an animal, a blade of grass, a plant. I find that a lot of people have this balance off. A lot of people act just on themselves. Maybe they recognize that they matter for themselves in some kind of a different way than what I'm talking about, in a more of a, well, for lack of a better word, self-centered, egotistic way, where they can't focus on anything else other than themselves. Maybe they're just too afraid of that. And so they don't anticipate how their actions will affect everyone else that's living on this planet with us. So that's a whole another issue. What I'm talking about in terms of mattering is respecting yourself first will oftentimes help you respect everything else around you, every other living thing around you. And I feel like when you can make that connection, when you take that responsibility, when you understand the power that you have and how big of a difference it makes with everything that you do, we can start to create a better world for ourselves. We can start to eat better. We can start to take better care of our bodies throughout. We can start to live better lives. I almost hesitate to use the word better. Maybe the word greater isn't so great either. I guess what I want to phrase this as the word better, meaning that more positive. Something that is going to have give up you, yourself, and other people a good feeling. That's what I mean by better here. I feel like once you start to recognize the ability that you have to contribute to the rest of the world and the power that you have to do amazing things and to change and to live the life that you truly want, something that's going to make you feel fulfilled, living out your purpose. When you step aside from that automatic action, that traditional action, that living a life that's just based on what other people around you are doing, even though deep down inside it doesn't feel so good to you, when you make that connection and recognize that you can do whatever you want to do and you can make simultaneously the rest of the world benefit from it somehow, it is one of the most incredible and powerful feelings that you will have. And if you continue to remind yourself of this on and on and on, you can have an extraordinary life. You can do extraordinary things. You can make changes in all aspects of your life that feel good. It will no longer feel daunting to eat healthy, to exercise on a regular basis, to do green things, to just live in kind of harmony with everyone else here, people, animals, planet, all of that. Everything will just become easier, more peaceful. Now, this may seem kind of like what's the phrase I'm looking here? A grand idea here, like a world peace type of thing. But honestly, my whole point here is that it all starts with you. And shifting yourself into that positive outlook on the world and really starting to take that responsibility for yourself and for those around you, that to me is one of the biggest keys in becoming healthier, whether or not you choose to be vegan, being more eco-friendly, and striving for some sort of world peace. It's that easy. Recognize that you matter, recognize that the world matters, recognize that you have the power to do great things and to change if you would like to in order to do that. This is a kind of a vague thing, but I want to keep it like that. I want you to interpret it in your own way because I have a feeling that some of you are looking for that inspiration to change in your own life, or you need that motivation to keep going with the changes that you're already putting into place. I would love to hear from you some more specifics on what's going on for you, what your struggles are, what your successes are, how you're learning, and how you've recognized that you matter, and perhaps how you've influenced other people and reminded them that they matter. Because taking this message and spreading it on to other people, passing it on, being a mentor and a motivator for other people of your life is one of the best gifts that you can give. And that's why I made this video. Well, thank you as always for watching. You can visit ecovegangal.com for more information. You can find me on all the major social media networks where I'm chatting about all aspects of living healthy, eating a plant-based diet, living a vegan lifestyle, being eco-friendly, and supporting you through your journeys. I always look forward to hearing from you, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.